Hello, Henry here. Today I wanted to give you a guide on how to get the achievements in Millennia. In general, we're talking about the achievement Time to Die, where you're the last one left, Hard Times, where you are killing at least 3 Master AI, and Fast Times, where you beat the game under 200 turns. As for the winning ages, we are talking about the following in order of appearance. Age of Conquest, where 1/3 of the AI has to be dead and you have to have 66% of the total power. Age of Harmony, where 2/3 of the global religion has to be yours. Age of Generals, where you have to be the greatest power and to the second. And Age of Transendence, where all the social tracks have to be 100%. Age of Archangel, where you have to build an array and have the most population by a lot. And Age of Depature, where you have to build a spaceship first. And the Age of Singularity, where you have to beat the rogue AI, but we will put an asterisk on that one. We are also getting all of the alternative timeline achievements except for Age of Plague, Age of Heroes, Age of Monuments, Age of Heresy, and the Age of Old Ones. For those, we need a separate video because they are not achievable as easy with this setup. And on the way, we are going to take some miscellaneous achievements you can see here on the screen. I will tell you during the gameplay when you can achieve them and how. The video is going to be separated into 5-ish chapters. We will start with a little timeline overview where I explain to you how the timelines work. Then an explanation of the build we are going to use, especially for the early game. Then I will show you the game setup, what you can use, and after that we will see some footage of the early gameplay, what to decide, how to do things. And then in chapter 5 or last chapters you are getting the achievements and how I get them, and if there are some that are more difficult to get, I will explain to you how you can set them up in this game with this setup. A quick side note, this guide won't go into all details of all the game mechanics and all of its functions. What this guide does is give you a little hint on how to use the functions and what to use and how to set up your game to get to a point where you dominate the AI and get all of your achievements you want. Quick side note, all the information was gathered on update 2 and 3 and all the gameplay footage also. So right now update 4 came out. The principles you're gonna see still hold true and you still can use them. You now just got more nations to choose from, and most importantly for you, you can now even speed up the game to get to certain things faster, or even go slower if you want to go for 500 and have something to do whilst doing it instead of going for 2 hours of clicking a button. So in chapter 1 we talk about the timeline overview for Millennia in general. It is divided into 10 ages, and the first 2 are always the same. It's the Stone and the Bronze Age, and after that you can get variant ages. The normal ones in the middle are the main timeline, so-called. There are nothing special in either direction. The green ones are the alternative ages in a good way. You can get some interesting parts here, and the red ones are the crisis ages you can lock yourself into. The yellow ones are victory ages where you can win the game, and the orange one is the odd one out. It's the old ones, the age of the old ones, and this one is a so-called end times age, and you end the game here, but it's not really a winning condition. The way these timelines are connected to each other is pretty simple. From a standard age, you can always go to one of the other 3. Crisis ages are always locked into if you trigger them, and the standard and the variant age or winning age, you can choose which one you want to do. Very important distinction: if you go into any of the alternative timelines, for example Age of Heroes or any of the Crisis ages, you can only go into the following standard age. So from Age of Heroes you can only go to Age of Kings, for example. You cannot go into any of the alternative timelines in the next stage. So if you want to go or hit a specific age, you have to come from a standard age if you want to go into an alternative age timeline. The way we use this to our advantage to get the achievements is that we save the game at certain points, and then from there we set up the alternative ages we want to get into this age, revert to the save game before, and then start again and set up another alternative age, and then go into the standard age and then go to the next step. And this way we can, in one playthrough, with a bit of time, get all the achievements we need. Of course, you can just skip the ones you don't need, so go through those that you need. As mentioned before, there are several ages we are not gonna hit, especially the first alternative ages. So the Age of Monuments, the Age of Plague, the Age of Heroes, we won't go into those because we want to go with this setup into the Age of Blood. We need it. And also it is very hard to do on master difficulty or grandmaster difficulty to get into those without a special setup. So these three we are going to skip in this guide, and also the Age of Heresy and its follow-up age, the Age of the Old One, we're gonna skip because the Age of Heresy is not so easy to get to, especially the way we are playing it. And why we are going Age of Blood is pretty simple, because this helps us take advantage of the national spirit of the raiders, and we're gonna go into that in the chapter 2 right now. In chapter 2 we are going to talk about the build we're going to use and the different stages of the build. So in general we're going to talk first about the early game, your decisions, what to do in the first age, how to get into the second age, what to think about. Then we talk about the second age, your first national spirit, where we're going to take the raiders and how to act in the second stage and what to do there. Then we talk about the third age, the Age of Blood, where we want to enter into, and then how to proceed in the third age and how to get the dominance in the gameplay. And afterwards we talk about the fourth age and or onwards. So after the third age, you have to think a bit on your feet and how to play your game. So I'm gonna give you some hints and tips and to how to proceed after the fourth. So right from the get-go in the first age, when you enter the game, the first things you're gonna do is scout the area around you. Take your warbands, your two you've got, and send them out. One south, one north, or whatever you want to go, but in different directions. Scout around. Find as many villages with bonuses and as many landmarks as you can find. That's very important. It would boost you. The more you find, the better, but yeah, it's not necessary to find all of them. Then the next thing you're going to do is take in research the tribal elders to get the building for the knowledge, because knowledge is king in the beginning. You have to take each turn and check your stats, especially in your city. Look where you can move people around and look if you can min-max a bit. On master difficulty and especially on grandmaster difficulty, every stat, every single point counts. So check your city every turn, at least for the first 10 to 20 turns. It's very important so that you keep up with the enemy. Then build in the first round a scout. So instead of researching a scout, build a scout as your first action and research the knowledge department. Once the scout is out, send him out into one direction where it's possible and get one of your warbands back. And then afterwards, your next decisions depend really on how your game world looks around you. So have you found any extra scouts? Have you found many villages, landmarks or not? That depends on what you're gonna do next. So to give you an example, if you find a village and the village gives you the opportunity to get a scout, You then have the opportunity to take away the scout you are building and keep him in line and just build something else entirely and start something new and take the scout and go around. Or if you get, for example, warfare XP, take warfare XP. That's very important for the next stage of the game. You can already start to accumulate stuff. So each village you have to decide what to do, and depending on what you get, you have to decide on what to do with your city. Also, if you get any war units by finding them in a village, for example, take those units. You're always getting one that is a level a level higher in the timeline than what you can get. After you've built your first hut, your first scout, and you've got the first research in, build the tribal the hut so that you can get one more knowledge. That's very important because one more knowledge is 50% more than you've got in the beginning. In the first time you get your culture bonus, take it and make a local reform on your first city. That is very important because it boosts your whole output by 50%. Don't take Eureka, that's only knowledge and that's not going to be much. In the long run, you need the boost, so get your local reform in. And whenever you get your culture and your local reform is out or done in the city, do a local reform again. You are gonna do this for at least the first 20 turns ish. Depends again on what is happening in your game, but expect to use local reforms for the first early stages of the game because it's a really big boost. For your tribal government, your first government, you're gonna have it for the first age and the second age. Take the tribal farming first. It gives you food for free. Don't take raise tribal army because you won't do it. You need those domain points, government domain points for other things, or accumulate them, but don't use them for warbands. You don't need them. In the second point, take knowledge first. Again, knowledge is king. You researching faster is important because you have to keep up with the master AI. They're gonna outperform you in the early stages of the game. Afterwards, decide on what you want to do, but I advise to take the reform tribalism so that you are ready for the next stage of the game when you enter age 3 and get the next government. You can also take the improvement point, but that really depends on what you get and if you need it. And one last thing for your early stage, so around turn 12 to 13ish, the AI will start progressing towards the next research stage or the next age. Don't be alarmed by that. On master difficulty and especially on grandmaster, they are really pumping out their stuff, so you will always be behind in the first and second age, maybe even in the third. But you should look at what you've got and try to be around 2 to 3 turns behind them. So when the first AI gets into the next age, you should already be researching your also the way to the next age. And once the AI gets into the next age, it gets cheaper for you. So in theory, if you're 1, 2 or 3 rounds behind, you will then catch up and be in the next age with them 1 turn later, maybe 2 at the latest. That's what you should aim for. In the second age, the first things you should do is save your game here. A lot can go wrong, a lot can go right for you. Save it here. Don't be afraid to save scum. You will anyway save and load a lot of times to get all of the achievements. If you want to go for all of them, I'm gonna show. But save here. Also, this age is important that you not only get close to the AI, but you have to overtake it now. This is the time where you must decide to go into the Age of Blood. first of all to get the achievement, but also the Age of Blood is very important for you in the next stage to really eradicate the enemies. If you don't go into the Age of Blood and the enemy AI manages to be faster than you will go into one of their ages, whatever they have got. If they've got Age of Blood, fine, go with it. That's nice for you. If not, you will struggle in the next stage, because in the third stage, if you don't have Age of Blood, chaos will accumulate very fast when you try to take out the enemy. And a lot of chaos means a lot of problems for you, and this will set you back quite a lot. You can still manage, but I advise to just reset, reload and try again and be the first one at this time. In the second age, when you leave the early stages and go into the Bronze Age, the first thing you're gonna do is choose your national spirit. Take raiders, especially when you're playing Grandmaster and Master difficulty and want to win. With this guide, you have to take raiders because it's just OP. In here, in this whole line, you want everything, but I advise to start either with Raider Band to spawn in more raiders if you need to, or Marauders so that you get more Warfare XP from combat per unit, and that accumulates pretty fast. Also, if you have accumulated Warfare XP from the earlier stages by finding villages and stuff, use them here now. Each time you choose one of the raider possibilities, you will spawn 2 raiders in your homeland. And each raider is gonna multiply your warfare XP. Send them out, gather them, send them out, and then if you can, try to take out barbarian camps. You won't be able to attack bigger cities. For that you will need the archers. So just bash some barbarians or some random units you find from the AI, because in this stage you are also trying to set up the Age of Blood. Very important in this line also is to get to victories as fast as possible. This is so OP because you get 20% health back by winning or with victories, and draws also count. So as long as you don't lose, you will get a lot of health back, and sometimes you even get more health back than you started with. So your raider bands will become a doomstack, so to say. In the second age, you have also new research to think about. You can take whatever you think you need, but I advise you as your first action, take discipline. This one is very important because it gives you a free archer, it gives you the possibility to build archers, and more importantly, you get another army slot. So instead of 3, you can have 4 units in one army, and having more units in one troop is advisable. After discipline, take whatever is necessary for you or what you need. If you, for example, have a lot of neutral cities around you, you could take officials and take an envoy and take over one of the other cities, so that you can already try to integrate that one. If you have a lot of farming stuff around you, you could also go back and take quick farming from the first age. In this age, you also start preparing the Age of Blood. So for the Age of Blood, you need to slay 6 neutral units or AI units. That's not counting barbarians. So you can kill as many barbarians as you want and camps of barbarians as you want. Those don't count. What counts is neutral cities. Each unit you kill from a neutral city, each unit you kill from the other AI, that counts. And in this small map you will already have encountered at least 2, possibly more of your enemies. Let's talk about your army in the second age. If you didn't lose any troops, you should have now 2 warbands, at least 2 scouts, probably more, 1 archer from discipline, and whatever else you've got. You should build something if you haven't gotten anything free. In this age, you should aim for 2 full troops if you can, so 2 sets of 4 with 2 raiders in each and 2 of your archers in it, if possible. If not, at least one unit, one of the 4 sets should have 2 archers in it. Those are the guys you need in the next age to upgrade to crossbowmen, and these crossbowmen will help you get into the cities and shooting over the walls, help you take out militia. That's very important. You need the raiders as your front line and those archers or rangers as your back line to do the damage. Your second 4 set of units can be just raiders. If you have more, even better. However you got them, if you get 3 or 4, that's fine. The raiders should be at this point, if you've taken the right choices, free, so there won't be any upkeep, and that should be fine. Just watch again your gold, don't go into the negatives. And if you have a lot of troops, that's fine. I advise you to consolidate them in one space where you want to attack first, if it's possible. Don't split up, because splitting up against the Master AI is a recipe for failure, because they will also have a lot of troops. And one last thing about this age, it's the first time you're gonna think about using your improvement points. So if you've got some free improvement points in the beginning, you can, of course, think about using them earlier, but right now, whenever you do something with your improvement points, think about if it's necessary. So if you're, for example, at 200% food already, then you don't need to build a farm with your improvement points because you're already at 200% growth. But if you're at, say 120 or something like that, then totally build a farm if you've researched it and get in the early improvements. Growth in your city is very important, but again, use your improvement points wisely. You won't get many of those for a very long time. It takes you very long to get a lot, and already small ranches or stuff like that costs you 12 improvement points. In age 3, when you have done it, you are now in the age of blood. Very important here, you have now the control, hopefully, and this is the time you go ham and go nuts. So take your troops, and now it's full on war. Age of Blood does the following. You get, first of all, everyone is at war. There is no peace, everyone is at war. Unrest from war is disabled, so you won't accumulate that and don't get any unrest from that, so that helps your cities. And the chaos gain from conquering regions is reduced by 50%. So normally you would take 20 chaos for taking a city of the enemy. Now you only take 10 chaos. This helps you accumulate chaos a bit slower and helps you reduce the occurrence of chaos events. You will get some, but you will get them not as frequently, and that's why we go for the Age of Blood. Next point is your military units have no upkeep or reduced upkeep, and together with your raiders and your raider specialty, you should be way up in the greens with your money. And you will also earn a lot more warfare XP by killing non-barbarian units. And this is, of course, the time your raider national spirit is gonna fill up to the end. So at this point, you probably have 2 or 3 of the raider things. And at the end of this age, or right in this age, when you start killing people, you should very quickly fill up all of the warfare XP you need. In this age, you also get the unlock the warfare specialities you can use for warfare points with reinforcement and with force march. So reinforcement costs you 10 warfare and force march costs you 15 warfare. What those do is reinforcements, if you're in neutral or friendly zone, you can give your troops back your health and also morale, which is very important. And the force march, as it says, you can use to get your troops another turn. So here's some of the shenanigans you can do with this strategy. If you take out this guy. So last round we attacked those guys here. Took out the palisade walls. Now if you have a look here, the militia should hold out against us, even with our bonuses, because those troops are not good enough. But as you can see, it's close. So now you can do the following. You can do a force march for 15, bring them back out of the neutral, or in this case even in our own zone, give them a reinforce, and as you can see I can attack right back. And now full troops, full morale, going again. This is just the steam rolling machine you're gonna turn into. About your government in Age 3, you got the choice between two, Imperial Dynasty or Kingdom. It's your choice what you take. You can't go wrong with both, because with either of them, because you will have a lot of vessels after you're done with the enemies, but you also only have one region normally at this stage of the game, or I have one region only, one main region. So I go for Imperial Dynasty in this setup we're gonna take with the little Pangea map and 3 enemies. And I'm gonna boost my one region instead of going for the kingdom, but both are viable. It doesn't really matter because everything you did before is what gives you the win in this game. So the Raiders with the Age of Blood is what you need to win this game. And from here on out, you basically have set up your game, and this is gonna be now hopefully a cakewalk for you. In my gameplay, you will see later on in the footage, it's around turn 60ish. I have one enemy close to finished. I have one other AI already eliminated, and I'm in a process of eliminating the third AI. So at this point, it's just a waiting game. So each new age you're gonna get into via standard age, you make a save, you set up your next alternative ages to get the achievements if you need them. Get the achievement, get the next age. It's enough to just go into the age, you don't have to play the age, then load back into the main timeline from the age before, make the crisis age, and then go back again and take the standard age, so that you can again take the next alternative ages, because as I said in the intro, you can't take one alternative timeline to the next. You always have to take from a standard to the alternative timeline. So you have to revert back. If by any chance you are struggling at this point, either go way back into the second stage and try again, because now you should know the layout of your map and the lands, and maybe you can change some things in your gameplay. Or go through the game, just play it, see what you can do. You should be ahead knowledge-wise and research-wise, and when you get to the next national spirit, you can take at one point the Khan spirit. That's also a military spirit. That's basically the Raiders on steroids. So when you get to that stage, you have a second chance to again use this advantage of these doomstacks to kill the enemies. The Raiders will start falling off at the end of the third age and at least in the fourth age. You can still use them to buff out your troops, but in the fourth age, the latest, the Raiders which you got in the second age are not aging very well and gonna take a lot of damage. And that's it. From here on out, it's just you playing a wedding game and getting whatever you want. So the next thing we're going to go over is the setup, and then I'm going to show you the gameplay footage, the achievements I got, and some more details you can see in the as timestamps for each of the ages. So You can skip wherever you want to go, whatever you need, but from here on out, everything else is a bonus. After the setup, just play the game and get whatever you need. I wish you the best of luck. So here's the setup. This is the way we are going. I recommend going for tiny Pangea, so you're all clumped into one little cluster. You can do whatever nation you want, and also it's basically irrelevant whatever you do as a starting bonus. I give you some that are very helpful if you need help. We're also going to do it on the Master AI, so you can get the achievement for beating 3 Master AI. For the starting achievement, it is advisable in the beginning if you need help, and especially with this playthrough, to go for either Warfare XP, so you can get some head start and bank some of those Warfare XP. That's nice, but not the best. Regional production is very good in the beginning because it helps you get moving faster or get along faster, and one of the strongest you can get is Homeland plus Culture. This one is really great, and that's the one I'm gonna take for this playthrough or this achievement guide, because it helps you out in the beginning and it pushes you along very fast in the beginning, and that's what you need. The first turns, or let's say the first 20 turns, are very important. You have to min-max or do whatever you can to get moving fast, to get what you need, and to catch up to the Master AI, because they are very fast. And you need to catch up so that you can get in front of them before you can get to the first variant ages. Also very nice is leader units tactics. That's also very nice. So your leader units have improved tactics, which gives you a little advantage in fights, which is very nice. But again, you can do it with any of the specials here, but I go for Homeland Culture. Bonus achievement you can get here is Build Nation Builder. If you click on it, you can create your own nation, which I already did at some point. So you can take this nation then and use it to get your first achievement. So here we are in the game. We got the city of Stuttgart. We are surrounded by a few things. What you want to do now in the beginning is scout the whole area. So we do the same start we always do, or I at least always do. I am going for the tribal elders to get the technology, to get knowledge up quickly. And I will in Stuttgart build a scout, so that when we do scouting next, we will get 2 scouts, so we can see everything around us. And that's how we start. And send out your troops, the warbands, and try to find villages to get free stuff. So that's how we roll for the beginning. Here we are, a few turns later, well, 2 turns later, we found our first village. Take it. So we can get another scout cavalry, but that is great. Use these scouts to, of course scout, but also to get XP into them, so you can make them into leaders later on. And we're getting now another scout in 3 turns. We get a culture in the next turn. So from the start we take the local reforms, of course, to grow our city even faster and to get more culture. As you can see, we're now up to 4. And over here, tribals, you go for the food. Don't go for raise tribal army, that's not something you need. We are gonna go for knowledge as quick as we can, to boost our there's a city, research. Mark the city. I bring back this warband, don't want to lose it. we will use these cities to trigger the Age of Blood. So I see you when next thing happens. So we already found our first AI. It's going to be France. They're right next to us, or close, it seems. Also, we are getting the first building. So just, yeah, we found the next ones. Here is another city, Miami. That's great. That's the second city right next to us. The second scout is going this way. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Yeah. And yeah, there are barbarians. So if they attack us, that's great, because they're attacking right into the hills. So we're going for defenders because we got the second scout. I have no need to do the fast scout next. I do defenders to get the archers, so we can farm some barbarians, and we need 2 of the archers if possible. And yeah, we build a council next after the scout cavalry to get more research. Getting research and ahead is very important. So this is what more culture brings you. If you can see here, we've still got 3 rounds of local reforms. We already are ready with culture again. Don't use raise army for now because it will just drain your money, and we can't do anything with 2 warbands right now. Instead, I'm going to expand right away. Ideally, you would take something like this spot if you had some on your map. But yeah, to get a lumber camp going, or a lumber city, I'm gonna expand right here. This also connects us to Miami, so this makes movement faster. And yeah, as you can see on master difficulty, the AI is stacking stuff like 4 bands, 1 archer. Just stay calm and wait for your turn with the raiders. Right now, don't attack them, just stay calm. Yeah, I got the next village, and if you get something like this, either warfare or archer, totally take the archer. It will drain your money, but getting an archer this early is great. This saves you some time and possibilities. So after finishing with the next research, a few rounds later, we get our free archer. You should take scouting next, so that you can move through jungle and deep forest terrain. Unfortunately, in this playthrough, you see there's a lot of jungles, so we totally need that. Yeah, I take now the warband and the archer, bring them up here, and if you can, start farming a bit of the warrior camps, and we wait for the next time to come, because in the next time we can upgrade to crossbowmen, and that with crossbowmen we can take over neutral cities. Also, because of the minimap, you see we found already the next France. So it's a few minutes, a few rounds later. We did take the next knowledge step with tribal to get us quicker into the next stage. Don't be alarmed on master difficulty if the AI is going before you into Age of Bronze. That's normal. Yeah, we are waiting for the next technology for the raiders, and then we have to move quickly. So we finished the scouting technology, and right now we are following in France's footsteps, go into the Age of Bronze. As you can see, we already met China. Culture is also ready again, so go right ahead, make a local reform again. And as you can see, we got now 7 rounds of it. Yeah, we are still building the council building to give us more knowledge, to boost it. And yeah, over here we found China, the next player, and yeah, over here there's another player. So here is Japan, and down here somewhere is going to be the other AI from China. So, yeah, just keep going, farm barbarians if you can, get XP and continue. So here, getting barbarian camp, you get some nice bonuses if you take it. Sometimes, well, you're still very weak, but with the crossbows later on, this is going to be easier. And most times you get something like wealth or other stuff. In this instance, I would take the improvement points because they will help us out. And if you can, if you ever get a settler or something like that, totally take the settler on this tiny map. Each space you take is very important. So as you can see here, there's our last player. So now we found China, Japan, and France. And as you can see, Kobe is the second city for the one AI. France has only one city, but they had a settler somewhere. Don't know where they ran to. And this map is not big. So every space you can grab it. After building the council, you have options what you're gonna do. Mostly I go for either the town center to give us government XP or the dolmen for the influence to get more space. For now I'm going government XP on this map to get us along here. So France just brought us into the Age of Bronze. We are close behind, as you can see, only one turn, that's great. Anything from 1 to 2 turns is great, so you're doing fine, just keep going. Well, now comes the first step. We entered now the Age of Bronze. In the Age of Bronze, we are getting into one of the first important ones. So, in the Age of Bronze, you get your next domain, Spirit, and what we're going to take is Raiders. Raiders is so OP, and what we need from here is basically everything, but especially the victories, where we get health by attacking, and also the outlaws and raider bands, just to, yeah, so that they don't cost us any upkeep. So, we take the raider bands straight away. This will take us down, but if you didn't do anything stupid with troops, you should have enough money. And with those raider troops, you can now begin thinking about attacking cities. So I will take these first two, bring them down here, and I will bring them to my troops here, and we start attacking the bigger cities. Now is also the first time for your first achievement to you have to do something, and to get into the Age of Blood, or to lock yourself into the Age of Blood, you have to kill 6 units that are non-barbarian. So every barbarian you kill is fine, but since we don't need anything else, we will still kill everything. I wouldn't go boy at this point, because you want to take Miami, because we have to kill troops, and if possible take out one of your rivals early with the raiders. So now it's a race. Get as much XP. If you now get warfare XP, take it, because you can progress through this tree faster. Whatever you do, try to get as much warfare XP as possible. This also means that after building the town center, we have to see what we build, but we take this when we are so far. Bonus achievement, better luck next time. If you want to do that, pretty simple. From here, just go in, declare war on all of them. All of the AI, just move in here, declare wars. They will come and they will overrun you because it's master difficulty. And if you want to get pretty safe to make it, just put your troops somewhere and let them die. And here we are with the defeat and the achievement a few turns later. As a next technology, you can do basically whatever you like. If you take discipline, this is the best you can do as the first one, because it takes you 5 rounds, but the very important thing is it gives you army size. So for what are we for the thing we are doing, bigger army size is always good. So keep that in mind. But you should be fine with something else if you need it. But I advise to take the discipline first. In this playthrough, I am good with culture because we took culture in the beginning, so I'm not taking this for now. I'm waiting for the 30 and get a settler and settle a second city so that we can start expanding. I brought our 2 guys down here. The raider band, as you can see, we take heavy damages and losses, and over here we also take a loss and heavy damages. Bring him here and wait for your discipline to come up, and then we go from there. In your city, after building a town center for the government XP, you have different options. Look at what you need on your map. Right now, my biggest problem is I don't have any production, so I am going for my playthrough now build a forester. This pushes our production up to 5, but you also see I need food, so gathering with a pasture for me, for example, or whatever you've got on your map, then you should do that too. Bring your city up and get it going. And whatever you need, build that next. So for me, it's the option to go for influence to get in these tiles. As you can see, it takes a lot of time till we get those tiles, but these here would get us future-proof for food. So that's an option. You can also go for a long plan, like a working camp, where you get engineering XP and extra production. It's 2 production extra. Also, warfare XP is very important in this playthrough, because every warfare XP you can get is good, and that's why I am going for the encampment, because moving through the raider thing is important. So now we got next research, and as you can see, we got discipline. Now, whatever you do, try to get the technologies as fast as possible, but you also have to get those 6 skills. So now we begin thinking about declaring hostilities. If, for example, like here, France already declared hostilities towards us, we could also declare hostilities towards the Chinese in my play here. So I take the raider in here. As you can see now, we are still doing a draw. You could use warfare XP to make pikemen. They are a good frontline. You only need 1 for now. As you can see, it changed from medium to light damage. But we are still not ready yet to take on the cities. So what we are going to do is farm XP. So let's just kill troops from the others and farm some warfare XP. Yeah, for your next technology, take whatever is necessary for your playthrough. I am going to take the saw pit improvement to make use of our little small woods here, and try to get improvements in here. And if you're playing on another map, take whatever is now useful to you. I now also got enough government XP for a settler, so I'm going to purchase a settler. And if you send them out, don't send them close to any barbarians. Search for a good spot where you think you can use your second city. I now build my second city. I choose this spot. 2 reasons for it. There's wood and also hills around. We can expand into the south. We take a bit more space, and most importantly, it connected our cities with the France with France, so now we can try to move our troops along faster. If you have a look at technology, I've killed now 2 troops of the other factions. I am going for my 3rd, and yeah. Whatever you do, search again something for useful to you. I am going for the mining for now, but now we have to move along quick because we want to be the ones to push it into the Blood Age to get the achievement. So now we got enough warfare points. I took 30 for now to get the movement, so we get militia damage quicker. This also gives us 2 in our home base, and as you can see, they now move a lot quicker. So get them down here quickly, and yeah, we have to kill a few more troops, and now we should think about taking cities with a few more raiders. Also, now I've got enough government points. Take the improvement point. You need it. So we built our encampment, so we get warfare XP now. I am tempted to build a work camp for a longer production line and more, but also dolmen is really important right now because as you can see we are not progressing fast here. So don't forget about your city, and if you get culture now, look for it that you got local reforms on your main city. That's important. And here we are. I brought one of our archers over, and there should be a kill on the first city. So here we got the first city. Vassalize it. Take it for your own, and as you can see, we can trigger now the Blood Age. In my play here, I would go for Miami next, so bring my troops up and get Miami. So here we are, we unlocked the last one. Now we can try to progress into the Age of Blood. We can see if there's anyone else already going. Nope, no one. Therefore, local reforms, as always, on your main city pushes us a bit forward. Also in Raiders I got the Warfare XP possible, so I'm going to do that to get more Raiders in here. Now we got more Raiders, and we can even reach Miami from here. Let's see how it's going. Okay, France is already here, and they're trying to take it. So let's bring our troops in. And now, whatever you do, try to beat out the AI to the next age, and you get the Age of Blood achievement. Right now, what happened is France beat me to Miami, but that's not an issue. Still get my troops up here. I am now going to consolidate my troops and then declare war and just attack them, because Age of Blood is a war for everyone anyway. So we built the dolmen, which should get us moving along. And yeah, you can now build something like a chariot or troops, or you can just start improving your city a bit more. I am personally going for the work camp to get a bit more production in my main city. I also expanded over here with the pioneer I got from mining, and as you can see, the dolmen, the influence is already growing. I am far away from the enemies, putting a sawmill or saw pit also to get me a bit more production. As you can see, it cuts down, but yeah, see what you need, and yeah. So here we are, taking the city of France. As you can also see, we are progressing quite fine. I used some of my warfare XP to spawn in some raiders to get these guys in here and to start pummeling a few of the others. Yeah, we are progressing nicely, and we are up to the Age of Blood in a short while. Alright, here we are. Now you get the achievement for Age of Blood. This should be it. If you follow those steps, you get at least, yeah, you should be able to do it. I did it now on master difficulty, as you can see. The Age of Blood, what it does is all nations are locked into war, so we are fighting. No unrest from war, that's very important. Reduced upkeep, and for non-barbarian killing you get more warfare XP, and of course we get the next government. So from here, the next age we're going into is a standard age. There's no other way you can go. So you go for the Age of Kings. If you're going to variant age, you're going for Age of Kings. Now you can think about what you want to do. Thing I'm going for is horses. It's quick with 8 rounds and also gives us warfare XP. This helps us progress. Also very nice to have is brutality. You get attack against siege attackers, and preservation is also very nice. But whatever you take is fine. You can also, if you need something now, you could go back and take it. For example, I could go farming quickly. Because I've got plantations I want to use. That's something I'm going to do afterwards. I'm now going for horses just to progress faster and use my speed that I've got now and try to attack or take over more lands from the others. I now got enough warfare XP to get the extra attack on militia units. That's very nice. Which also gives me another troops to use. So bring him in here. Also kill all the whatever you can. So for example, these smaller cities, just kill them off. This gives you XP you can use later on, and yeah, this is just now accumulating a lot of XP, and also killing those cities will give you the possibility to get money, because you will spawn a lot of chaos events this way. So we're also ready with our next culture power, and with the next culture power I am going for a revolution, and we are going into the next government, and we still only have, it's a small island, and we only have one city. So going for the vassal stuff is not the best. I would go in this small land for the Imperial Dynasty for now. This gives us the palace, which helps our main city, and it also gives a bit more points to our main city. So you now at this point, if you're so far, you can decide what to do. You can take your government points and take in another city to try to start a second city. That should be possible right now. You can start progressing in the government parts. If you take Imperial Dynasty, I advise to take the palace first. So use the first of your 20 points to get in a palace. And the palace gives you unrest suppression, government XP, and influence, so you grow faster and you get more XP out of it. It could be that you have some unrest from some point somewhere. You want to get rid of those without having to deal with it, and the palace helps you with that. And as you can see, right now I am closing in on France. The idea, as in the beginning, is to take out all of the enemies as fast as you can and surround one last enemy and let them stay there, that we can use the victory conditions to our advantage in the future. This is something you have to deal with now also. You are getting chaos events all over the place because yeah, you are taking over stuff. Right now I got the one where barbarians are here everywhere. I went back and got the farming quickly because I forgot that it's got a food stockpile. You totally need that to get along because we are not growing as fast, so don't forget to take it. Here we get a small surprise, so I now get an innovation, and I'm not taking the money because our palace is getting +1 culture. So that's nice, we take it. We farmed 70 warfare, so now we are going totally for the health extra, and now we also get another warfare XP. So We are getting along quite nicely. You can take the last one, Outriders, to get another warband and just complete it. But this is what helps us in the long run. So with this we can now push into the next ages, push all our enemies. What you do now is just spawn more raiders, attack your enemies, farm warfare XP, and do whatever you can to just get your enemies down. Don't forget your main city. So look out for your main city, help it along, and something you also shouldn't forget is to upgrade some of your guys you have, if you have any, to leaders, because leaders are very powerful and they make it so that your troops take less damage and do more damage, and that's very important. I've got a leader 3 now with a bit of level, and as you can see we wiped the floor with the Japanese troops. Also right now I'm in my first city I'm building a chariot, and afterwards a bit more troops just to give a bit of another army that can take down palisade walls. But the raiders should be fine, just farm whatever you've got and try to get more warfare XP and get in more raiders. So here we are with the French. As you can see, the leader makes all the difference. We brought in our troop with the 1 crossbow, the leader, and as you can see we're tactics level 4, and that's what they took out. So this city is ours now. So we just pull in our troops, and this should be it for France. At this point they are down. You use your advantage right now with the raiders and take out as much as you can before the raiders get obsolete. So I want to take out all of this stuff down here and leave 1 small city for the AI. So here's some of the shenanigans you can do with this strategy. If I take out this guy. So last round we attacked those guys here. Took out the palisade walls. Now if you have a look here, the militia should hold out against us even with our bonuses, because those troops are not good enough. But as you can see, it's close. So now you can do the following. You can do a force march for 15, bring them back out of the neutral, or in this case even in our own zone, give them a reinforce, and as you can see I can attack right back. And now full troops, full morale, going again. This is just the steam rolling machine you're gonna turn into. See what our vessel swarm, our radar swarm is doing. I took Memphis, Anya, New York, Kaifeng. So China is down to Luoyang as the last city, as far as I can see. 1 region, no power. So I want to surround them. I bring my troops with the crossbowmen and the leader down here. I want to start whittling down this big city. And over here on the northern part, Marseille is holding out. The French are holding out with a city built into hills. Cities in hills get a defensive bonus. So I can't do anything about it, but I will keep my guys here in case they are building troops. I want to suppress that. And over here my other 4 guys are picking off those small little villages and try to get a grip on the Japanese, and we will see who we leave. Maybe we leave France with their small Marseille and we pick up the rest in here. But that's the power of what we are going for. And once you killed or eliminated biggest part of your enemies, you can just surround the last one and then just make it an easy playthrough to get a few of the achievements we are going for. And since the hardest part is done, I will see you guys in a bit, and with a few updates here and there, but I'm gonna rush through here to get to the next stage of the game, because we're gonna get some more achievements, not only the Age of Blood. Also watch out, sometimes there are troops running around somewhere where you're not suspecting them, so keep an eye out and don't lose sight of all of your enemies. And here again, another example of a chaos that if you can, just avoid it. Right now I am taking in 25 gold per turn, so yeah, you are fine if you've got that. Then if you don't do it too fast, you can, with a bit of sacking, get immune to those chaos events. And as you can see here, spawning Rebel 3s in every regional capital is not what I'm going for right now. So I am also going to pay off this one, and yeah. So think about if it's something you can take or not, but don't risk it. If you're dealing with something like this, for example, China is now yeah, turtling in their own cities. There's nothing you can do. Your troops are just too, or not strong enough, but better to say not strong enough to do anything about it, because as you can see, this is gonna get a lot of damage. And as you can see inside the city, there is an archer, a spear, a barbarian warlord they bought from one of their things, and they got walls, and they got a lookout, and they got the militia. So what you have to do here is just amass some troops and pick off the little guys outside, because without the militia and walls they have to attack you directly. So what I'm gonna do is take my strongest troop right in the middle of them, get out one of their stronger units they've got on the field. So this is what happens when you wait around. So I put my troops over here in the eastern part and took out all those barbarian camps to get some stuff. I also got pikemen, and as you can see, China went out of their home. So now we got an opportunity to attack, and we start off with our leader and pick off what's inside. And now we should be able to, with some help, or even just push in. This is gonna be okay. So now we got China out of the game. That's number one. Now we move over to the Japanese, take out Kobe and Fukuoka. So here we are, another chaos event, and as you can see, we are still doing fine. And this one is one you can take, so instead of paying the money, because we are getting more chaos in the future, we can destroy the food pile in one of our cities. So it's my second city. Well, happens, food pile gone, who cares? Granary was built right in this turn. In Cologne, and in Stuttgart, well, we have to build now again the granary, which is coincidentally building, and it would even be cheaper to just rush this building instead of doing the other one. So, to give you a little update, we are doing quite fine after taking out China. As you can see, we are down to the last city of Fukuoka for the Japanese. And then we bring everything we have up here. Oh, hello. Miami, how are you doing? Okay. Yeah, we bring everything up here and just surround Marseille. Don't let anything out. And from there, it's coasting along. And we will, from there on out, try to get all those other achievements I'm gonna show you. So the next one where you gonna take, or we could take, for example, is the win under 200, and also the win with being the last one left. So after taking the Japanese here, I'm going to take Marseille. This gives us the achievement for the last one, and so on. And from there we are gonna reload, and then we're gonna go for the next ones, and I'll show you how you can get into the last ages. But from here on out, it's if you've gotten this far, you basically got it in the bag. You just have to put in the time now. And here we are. That's Fukuoka right in the next turn. Surround it, take it, and we are done. So this leaves just one enemy, and from here on out we are going to just round him. Oh, and by the way, forgot to show you, or before I forget to show you, if you've got something like this happening, you oversaw or you did not see this coming, you can use either your powers, so whatever you've got at your disposal. Like I could put in 2 raiders, but it's even cheaper to just do the following. This is a troop I had down here. I bring it up the road and just give it a force march, push it along, and would you look at that? We are right next to them and we are doing a force march, and from here on out you can either attack it, but in this case that's not good, but I can just put these guys in here. So Miami is safe, we've got now a militia and a raider band, and now I can bring in the rest of my troops. Also, if you're having trouble at this stage and you are not getting along as quickly as I am right now, don't worry. Make it, take it slowly. You still got a lot of time left. So if you see here, I am in turn 69, so to 200 it's a lot of time. And whatever you want to do, it's not a rush. This was just a very quick and easy game. So here we are. Next. In the next age, we went for Age of Kings, as is the only possible age we could have gone. Now you can go for the next achievement. So I went in and attacked the last city, took it over easily, and now you should get a victory screen when you end the round. And here it is. So with this you should have gotten, or you could have gotten, a few achievements. So time to die for being the last one alive is 1. Fast times if you've been under 200 rounds like I've been right now with round 79. And also if you made it on master difficulty, then you also got hard times. So now we can not continue this playthrough, so you go back into the main menu and then you have to load back into the game. And we now are going for the next achievement. Oh, here I'm back in the game. Since I am already dominating my last opponent, I'm gonna let him live to continue this playthrough for Age of Conquest. Now you should focus at this stage on everything that gives you bonuses to get along or move along faster. So universities is one thing you should go for. You can go back, get all the stuff that is needed. For example, workers is also something quite nice to take. Take whatever you need. You don't need any of the army stuff anymore. Not right now, at least. You can skip some of them if you don't need them. And I would advise to go for machines, medieval university, and feudalism. Click in the mission for another achievement you can get along the way. Some of those other ones that are you get automatically by playing the game. If you took Explorer in the Age of Kings and get one of the Explorers first, or if you go into the next age and then get an Explorer there, you can go to one of the landmarks and then do some questing with them, expeditioning, and if you win, you will get an achievement, the Dr. Livingston one. Another easy achievement right here. Found religion when you've got the culture and you're in the right age, and then you can found a religion. Do this, bring it in to whichever city you want. Mostly I put it in my main city. Then you can also customize this if you want, or you can take whatever you want. So I will take, for example, Christianity right now, and this should be your next achievement for founding a religion. Just as an example of what you can do from here on out. You can see I've got the Age of Renaissance now possible, the Age of Conquest, that's the one we're going for. But if I wanted to, I could do something else. For example, I could build 3 docks in here. 1, 2, and 3. And now if I choose technology, you see I can get Age of Discovery. And likewise, we could get in the Age of Intolerance if we get the Faith Intolerance crisis. So I could go into my cities, for example, here, and tell them to stop working on the religious scribe, put it wherever, and as you can see, we're going down. So now we only have the 90% requirement for that. In here, even 0. So this gives us 4 points per turn. So I could even, with a few turns, trigger the Age of Intolerance. So that is what you can do here. And here we are in the Age of Discovery. Quick and easy. So here we are, Age of Conquest. If you get here, you have to, well, after 1/3 of the nations have crumbled, victory is achieved by having 2 times more power than the next nation. Unfortunately, right now, I think there's still a bug in the game, because if you hover over Conquest, you will see that eliminated players greater or equal to 1, and I have 0. Despite me taking out 2 other guys, it's instead of counting how many guys are still left, it's counting how many I have killed, unfortunately. So this means you have to kill whoever is left, and this should still give you this conquest victory. And after defeating the enemy, you should have the victory. And this should be the next achievement, win in the Age of Victory. Now, in the Age of Renaissance, to get to Age of Alchemy, we have to go for the Social Fabric Insight, so we've got 1 of 5. I advise to go for the Administration, where there you get the Culture Power Social Fabric wildcard that you can use to push, and also over Insight you can push your Insight in here. And now we're up to 4, so if we have a look in the research now, we are already up to 4. So this is the way you do it, quick and easy, and then we go into this age. The Age of Heresy is rather hard to get in this timeline, and here we go into the Age of Alchemy, the next one, and we will be right back and go for the next main age. And here we are, going into Age of Enlightenment, when France, but the last enemy is still in the Age of Kings. So here I am, shortly before triggering one of the variant ages. As you can see, I already prepared for the Age of Aether by building 3 Recon balloons. I am going for Age Intolerance by getting not enough education. To do that, take one of the cities that has no or nearly none of the education buildings you need. Build the research what you need, like Reason. Reason has this building over here, Library Saloon, needs 1 education to give you a specialist. Build that, or build a university production building and have not enough education, and then you can trigger it like this. So Leon Young, for example, has only 50% education covered. That gives 1 point. I went over here to Berlin, my other city, and put in a lot of the buildings, and you got 34%, and that gives you 4 points. So as you can see, I get now 4 points of crisis intolerance, and if you put it like that, it's 5 rounds till you have this. You can also search even more buildings or cities that you have, and do that in all the cities. And then you can go Age of Intolerance. You could also go Age of Harmony and Age of Aether, and then we go for the Age of Revolution. And I'm going to show you short snippets of me getting all of these, and that's another 4 or 3 achievements. I have triggered the Age of Ignorance right on time with my 4th and final technology, and I am now going for the Age of Intolerance. Then I'm going to revert back and get all the others. And here we are, Age of Ignorance, check. And now we can go on to the next one. Here I am, the Age of Harmony, and I got this because 30% of the total population worldwide was my religion, and I can win with 66%. And as you can see, right when I come in here, we already got the 100% because there's only one religion, ours. So if I just skip through here, and here is the win. Now let's see your next achievement, and now we revert back, load, and go to the next one. Yeah, next variant age, Age of Aether. Next achievement done. And here I went for the mainline Age of Revolution. Reason I'm going for this is so that I can, of course, take the next ages out here, the Age of Utopia, Age of Dystopia, but most importantly, the next victory condition we want to get is the Age of Generals. So as you can see, we are already up, way up on the power level, so all we need is the four technologies and we are good to go. Age of Generals, the next victory age, and as you can see is achieved at reach 2x greater military might than all the other nations, and since we're the only ones left, we basically have this one in the back. And as you can see here, total faction strength, we have a win in the next round. Bonus, if you get into this age, you start a faction and you also get the faction achievement. And here is the victory age with it. Trust the next round, because we already had this in the back. Now I'm gonna revert to the save to go for the last ones. Age of Utopia, on the other hand, 3 innovation events. That's quite easy to reach. As you can see, we're already close to 1, and with culture power, and if you look in here, culture power, cutting edge, we can get there quite fast. So overall, the Utopia is very easy. The Dystopia is gonna be a waiting game. And here I am, Age of Utopia, really easy. To get the Age of Utopia, I did the following. I took all my guys out of the city. So I took out all the defenders, and this led to me getting a lot of unrest in all of these cities. So you can see here, I let it run for a few rounds, and now I am up quite a margin on the unrest chart, and this gave me a lot of chaos, and now I am working on getting the Age of Utopia this way. So I'm one of 3 chaos events, I'm getting the next one, but if you do this, you have to be ready to defend against chaos events, or in this Age of Revolution there were a lot of rebels, so you get rebels with unrest. And here it is, Age of Dystopia. The plan worked. We got in here by getting the unrest up in all our cities. So now I'm gonna revert back. So here we are, going for the Age of Rocketry. Now we got the 3 possibilities of Age of Information, Age of Ecology, Age of Visitors. So I'm setting up for the Age of Ecology. As you can see, we need half completed of our social tracks right now. We got only 3 of 6, so we now need a bit more of engineering, of warfare, and of arts. If we get that, we are primed for the Age of Ecology, and from that, it's a perfect point to go into Transendence. And the Age of Visitors, to get this one, you have to go to Mars, build all the stuff, and to the Moon, build all the stuff, and then get a SETI event. We try for that. So to trigger the Age of Visitors, we need to do some preparations. First of all, you need rocketry. You need to get this space center. Then you need to build the first space center somewhere. Once you've built the space center in one of your cities, like here, you get to track to this from Earth to Moon, and you start with orbital rocketry, and it's 4 stages, and in each stage you can get some specials. So you've got a base chance that is 50% in the first stage and gets lower. Each space center you build gives you a plus 5% base, and then you can use your specials to, for example, use all of these get my extra resources, and then you can in fact launch it. And then it's a base chance. You can't see what the chance is, so you have to figure it out. So 80% sometimes doesn't work. Here with 105% it obviously works. You get to do the next stage. As you can see, next round I can see how what it takes to get on the moon. The track for Space Agency also helps you, and this one gets you more stuff regarding the research. And what you need, as far as I know, is the communication satellite. You have to build it, limit per 1, and as it says, it relays radio signals and collects data, and that's what you need to get into contact. And you need the space expeditions, as far as I know. And here I am on the moon, finishing the track. And now I got this ultra power, and if I hit it, we get an event. And look at that. Here it is. And here we are, Age of Visitors. We got the aliens, we got motherships, and we have to destroy everything and survive. If you want to play this age, it's quite fun. And here I am in the Age of Ecology, so we can now terraform, do some stuff, get the information, fun. But from here, you really want to go straight into the technologies you need, and then go into the Age of Transendence, because we needed half of the social fabrics done from all of them, and to get into Age of Transcendence we need 2 completed, which we already have, and to win we need all completed to 100%, and that's an easy win. So from here you can straight go into Age of Transcendence and win. So, as you can see, we could now go into all the other ages. I'm gonna save here. So here we are, Age of Transcendence, and final stage. We need to get all the points together. And for the victory condition, you can see here now that we are on 4 of 6, so we need a few more points. But it should be no problem. So going with the social doctrine you researched at some point, probably you can push this stuff along, and it's quite easy to win in Age of Transcendence. And here we are, pretty easy Age of Transcendence victory. Here we are, Age of Archangels, final age. We need to build the Archangel satellite array. Well, and for the Archangel satellite array you need the following. You need to be the greatest nation on population size, and as you can see we triumph over France in this one, so going 1 age and we're at 1 turn and we're done. And here is the win. And here we are, Age of Departure. From here we need to build a starship. To get the colony ship win, you have to build the colony ship construction pad somewhere, and then if you do that you can put all your guys to work on a special project, and you have to get to 5,000 progress to win. And here we are, the next one, Age of Departure, after many rounds. It takes quite a long time. So here we are in the Age of Departure, and as you can see we've got a lot to research, a lot to do, and this one is a repeatable one to gain colony ship progress, but to use this you have to build the space station first, so you can now infinitely play until turn 200, and as you can see also here, that's already 20 turns, and this one's 28 turns just to get everything. So you can do this and then just try to push the game. So here I am, a few hours, many turns later. I am in 457 on my way to 500, and to get to 500 you have to do the repeated research for the spaceship, and also don't build the special building colony construction pad. That's a building you find under here on the specials, and there is a special building you have to build, and if you don't do that then you are safe and you can push through to the end. And here we are on turn 500, the win. It took me around 2.5 to 3 hours from the age of departure to click through the turns, and it's just, well, boring. You're just pushing through and clicking end turn as much as you can. So we put an asterisk on the age of Singularity because the problem is that the AI takes over your suppressed enemy. So France here, I gave them some cities or gave them space, but it would take a very, very long time to get them up to speed. So what happened is, as you can see in the title card, that when you get in the Age of Singularity, every nation that is in age 8 or lower gets wiped out instantly. So with the France setup, or with the setup we had, France just got wiped out instantly because they had no chance. And even playing to turn 500 and giving them a few more settlements won't help because they cannot catch up. So I got this achievement in another game here on YouTube on my master playthrough, and I played a bit more defensively. And as you can see here on the pictures, the enemy AIs one got wiped out, and the others were in appropriate ages. And you have to prepare to fight off some AI. You need the first research instantly. So what I did was bring it to 1 turn till the age. Then I went back and got every research from the old style stuff, and then you just get it on and pile on the research points. And when you get in the age, you take the first research and you get instantly or close to instantly the building you're going to build. And then you have to build 10 of these buildings. So you can build them straight up with specialist points, or you can upgrade your supercomputers you used to get into Age of Singularity also with specialist points. So what you do is get enough research, get enough the maximum on specialist points, then get into the next age. Watch out that you have an AI that can help or that can survive. Then just defend and get it in quick, and then you've got it. So here I am. I did it. Set that up a bit different, the game. So this is the end of this achievement video. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, or if you have skipped, it's also alright. I hope this was helpful and got you the achievements you needed. I will try to bring out a few shorter other videos to get the other achievements like Mainline and the Age of Old Ones. So again, thanks a lot, and I will see you guys on any of my other videos or maybe other achievement guides. See ya.